Alrighty, so today I'm going to be digitally drawing a Legman, which I will admit I am quite excited to do. Today I'm going to be drawing on my Gaomon PD1161 drawing monitor. But I do suppose before I actually go ahead and get to drawing the Legman that I want to draw in today's video, I should probably explain what a Legman actually is. Well, a Legman is a type of character that I enjoy drawing a decent amount. It's one of my most drawn characters, I definitely have to say. And it's kind of hard to describe, so I'm just going to quickly sketch a Legman just to give you guys an idea of what it is. So, we start off with a body up here, then we go down to some legs right here, and then we just have some arms just like that, with some hands, of course, as well. And if you add a face and a nose and a mouth, that's a Legman. That's a Legman right there. Today, I want to draw a super detailed Legman. This is by no means a super detailed Legman, and I am just going to go ahead and just make him disappear real quick. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm still trying to get used to using my drawing monitor, I will admit. And I'm looking forward to seeing just how detailed I can make this drawing today, that is for sure. But I do suppose the first thing I should probably do is to create another layer besides the background, so I'm not just drawing on the background in today's video. So let's go ahead, make a new layer, and let's go ahead. And now, I do suppose zoom in just a little bit on the top of the screen, I do think, or on the top of the canvas, I do think. Just like that. And now let's go ahead and get to drawing. I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with the eyes. So I'm going to just start off with the eyes like right here kind of thing. And I'm just going to do like the eyes just like that kind of thing. And then I'm going to do another eye right there. And then now I'm just going to do a little bit of a nose. And I'm just going to have a mouth going across just like that kind of thing. I'm thinking. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some eyebrows. Just like that, just a little bit up there, a little bit over here, a little bit right there, a little bit right there. And now let's go ahead and give him a head. That's not quite looking correct. No, I kind of want it to be more round. That'll do, I think. That's actually, wow, I'm actually really surprised at, how well that all connected up and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and just go over this, just make this all a little bit darker kind of thing. One thing I have been trying to really get used to with my drawing tablet is the fact that layering line over line over line looks different than it does on paper. I really enjoy doing the whole layered look on paper with like my pens and stuff like that kind of thing, but it's something that it just doesn't, I haven't been able to quite manage getting it to work as well on, and I just erased all of that because it just didn't look how I wanted it to kind of thing. But I haven't quite been able to get the same look I want on my drawing monitor yet, I will admit. And I think it might just be one of those things where I need to try different softwares, find a brush I like or something like that kind of thing, or just download some more brushes for the software I'm using right now, which is GIMP, which is not really the greatest for drawing stuff. I really should use other softwares in all honesty. And I did download Clip Studio, but I don't really know how to use it right now, so I'm gonna have to watch some tutorials and stuff like that kind of thing, which is why I'm using GIMP today. But I got the free demo of Clip Studio, to be precise. I didn't spend, what is it? It's like $50 or something like that for Clip Studio if you're gonna pay. If it's not monthly, I don't know. In all honesty, is it monthly? I'm not sure. In all honesty, I'm not sure. But I think I'm just going to leave it as this for the moment. I don't think I'm going to get it looking any more like I don't think I'm going to get it looking any more like I want it to look at the moment. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and draw the legs. I'm just going to do a little bit of a sketch. Just like right there and right there. And I'm going to go and do the arms as well, just like that and just like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the feet now. My cursor is a little bit off. Sometimes when I hold it at a certain angle, it's a little bit off. I'm not sure exactly why, but it is, which is a little bit odd. I think I might have made the legs a little bit too long, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and there. Not quite. I'm always able to get this foot, like this foot looks pretty much how I want it to kind of thing, but the other foot, I always struggle with. I always struggle with getting the other foot going. I can just never get it looking the way I want. So there we go. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's go and do the hands now as well. There we go, just like that. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add a bunch of layers, just kind of thicken up and darken up these lines just a little bit kind of thing. One of the things I am really happy with about drawing with a drawing monitor, though, is that I can still layer lines over lines over lines and use really thin brushes and everything like that kind of thing. I really like the whole sort of like really small lines layered over each other sort of look. That's really what I enjoy doing. And I'm really glad that using a drawing monitor is still allowing me to do that same look. That is for sure, which it doesn't make any sense for it not to, I do suppose. But I wasn't really sure when I first started using one. And I do suppose it really does depend on the software you're using as well. One thing I need to figure out, though, is I'm not really big on pen pressure. Like, whenever I am using, like, a pen, I usually use a Pilot G2. And don't get me wrong, like, I use a little bit of pen pressure sometimes and everything like that, but it's just, I used some pen pressure a little bit ago when I was just, like, kind of practicing off camera with Clip Studio. I still haven't figured out how to use it, which is why I'm not using it today. But when I was using that, I was like, okay, this pen pressure is too much. I got to mess around with my pen pressure settings and stuff like that kind of thing and try to figure out how to get my pen pressure either the way I want or turn it off as a whole, because I don't really care to have pen pressure on. If I want less, because the way I draw, I normally do just lines over lines over lines anyway. So if I just want a different look or something like that, I can just do a line like that, a line like that, a line like that, a line like that kind of thing, and then just not layer over them. That's just kind of how I draw. But I just got to figure out how to turn off the pen pressure sensitivity and whatnot, I do suppose. And then everything will be pretty much perfect. Just going through, adding another couple of little details. I'm trying to figure out, I said at the beginning of this video, I wanted this to be a detailed little dude, but I feel like it is more detailed than not, but it's not like as detailed as I wanted it to be, I will admit. So I got to figure this out now. There we go, just like that. Let's go ahead and just add a little bit more on. There we go. Give it some hair. No, I'm just joking. I don't think I'm gonna give it hair. That was a joke. Maybe I'll give it some more arms. I think I might do that. I think I might give it some more arms. Maybe that's a way to make it more detailed. Because, like, facial-wise, I feel like the details are already all good kind of thing. I don't really feel like there's any other details I should add to the face. Maybe, like, something over here or something like that kind of thing. Maybe something, like, over here. It's one of those things with, like, these types of characters. I really enjoy drawing them. They're really fun to draw. They're really simple, and I feel like they have a lot of personality, so I really enjoy drawing them, but there's only so much detail I feel like I can do, and I just keep drawing them over and over and over again to really try to figure out, like, how much more detail I can cram into a little character like this. And that's really what I'll be trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and give him some more arms, add some more detail because of arms. I'm trying to get the arms to be like exactly even, and I have already gotten used to just like with I don't know what it is. I'm so much more careful with drawing with like normal pen and stuff like that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, slow down. Okay, right there kind of thing. I'm like, right there. That's perfect. With this, I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, I can just erase it like instantly because you can. I've gotten lazy already. I need to cut out that habit. I say as I continue Control-Z-ing. Maybe I need to have these a bit closer. Oh, that's so much better, actually. I really like that a lot more. Okay, I'm actually more happy with that than I was with the ones that were a little bit further out. I felt like my, nope, yep, my thumb did need to crack. I was like, it feels like it needs to crack. I will admit, I forgot what I called this character when I was last referring to... I forgot what I called this character at the beginning of this video. I literally just came up with the name Legman. I've been looking for a name, or for these, like, little characters and stuff. Like, I like to draw a lot of fish, but of course they're just called fish. I just draw them as fish. But, like, what do I call this little character? And I was like, ooh, Legman. That would work pretty well. And I came up with it, like, on the spot, like, right before this video. And then I was like, and then I just completely forgot what I called this character after that. Let's see, is there any other detail I want to add? I don't usually do pupils, and I don't really like the look of the pupils anyway, so I'm doing no pupils. No pupils. I've been doing no pupils on my characters for like a couple years now, and actually I kind of like them more without pupils than with. Depends on the character. If I'm doing a different character, not a Legman, then maybe I'll do pupils, but not on any of my normal characters, I definitely have to say. Let's see, is there any other detail I want to add? No, I'm thinking that's too much. Had some cute little anime lines. Had some cute little anime... I'm actually keeping those. Those are hilarious. Yeah, I had some cute little anime lines. Give them like an anger thing. Boom. 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 Bruh. That's actually hilarious. I actually love it. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go that much into stereotypes for anime drawing stuff, but I'll leave these 2 lines. These are funny. Or these 4 lines, actually. Those are funny. And it does add a little bit more detail, I will admit. What else do I want to do? Maybe some shading. Some shading could be good. I'm thinking some shading. I'm just trying to think, like, how much detail can I do? And I did a really detailed drawing that yesterday that I am quite proud of, I will. But I did it on paper, but I was just sitting there for like 45 minutes just like, okay, I want more detail. How much more detail can I add? Let me show you guys the drawing real quick. I did... Let's see. I did this drawing right here. So I did that drawing right there. And I was literally sitting there for like 45 minutes just trying to figure out just how much more detail I could add. And I just added a ton of detail. And I'm trying to do the same with this more simplistic character. Like, there's a lot less going on with this character than with this character. This is Pomni from The Amazing Digital Circus. And I just drew her on a whim last night. But I'm just trying to figure out, okay, like, what details can I add to this from this kind of thing? And I'm thinking, if I do want to do some... because I did a lot of like cross-hatching, like right here and stuff like that kind of thing, to add like a little bit of shading, and I kind of want to do the same with this little character. But I want to do it digitally, of course. And I did like a lot of like shading and stuff like that kind of thing. And I feel like due to the shading and whatnot, I'm really happy with this drawing I have with this drawing right here. But I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a go. I'm just gonna try I'm gonna try some shading real quick. Just like that. I don't feel like that looks too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I could use another one up there. I don't feel like that looks too bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. Kind of want to have it continue down a little bit more. Like that. There we go. Like that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think I want to make it like a little bit darker, like down here kind of thing. Just like that kind of thing. And could add some doesn't really work. I was thinking like some shading. I was trying to figure out like eye bags. Maybe I can figure this out. Oh, I actually really like the look of that. That looks fantastic. I'm actually really happy with that. Okay. Let me go and try to do the same over here if I can. I actually really like the look of that. Cool. All right, I'm actually pretty happy with that. And I kind of want to do more. So I'm kind of thinking I want to do, like, I'm thinking also some little shading down here. Just he goes out kind of thing. Just like that. Just a little bit down there. Just like that. There we go. And I just want to do more shading. So like I want the highlight to be over here. So I'm kind of thinking. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out, though. I really like this. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how this is turning out so far. I'm really liking the shading I'm doing on this side. I'm just trying to figure out like where else to add more shading. And so I'm gonna look at this little bit of a character again. Now with the like hair right here, it makes it really easy to just do some shading because I can just be like, okay, there's some shades, there's some like shades of stuff under there and whatnot kind of thing. But like other than that, I'm trying to look at any details that I could do like shading wise, and I'm not really seeing too much. Kind of thinking I'm just going to add random little details and not really make them actually work in real life. Not that it really matters. This isn't really a real life character anyway. But I do like to have my shading be a little bit somewhat realistic, even though I'm not at all drawing a realistic character. Which is kind of amusing to say. Do you want to leave the nose like that? I actually kind of thinking I want to do like that. And there we go. All right. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? I'm thinking that's about it, in all honesty. Fill that in. Fill that in. Make that a little bit thicker. Make that a little bit thicker. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I like how it's turning out so far, I definitely have to say. I think I'm definitely starting to get the hang of drawing with my new drawing monitor for the first time. Or for the first time. I think I'm definitely starting to get the hang of drawing with my new drawing monitor. That is for sure. I'm definitely getting used to it. I'm trying a decent amount of stuff, a decent amount of new stuff out, both on paper and on the drawing tablet. And buying this has really made me just want to do so much more art, which is a good thing because I spent $160, $70 on it, something like that kind of thing. So I'm trying to get my money's worth. Right now, I'm still at like $30 a drawing because I've only done like 5 drawings on this tablet so far, both on and off video. But if I can get down to like 2 cents a drawing, oof, I'll be pretty satisfied. That is for sure. So I got to do like a couple thousand drawings to get down to there. But yeah, no, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Is there anything else that I want to do? To this little character? I'm not thinking there is. I don't really see any more shading that I want to do per se. I'm pretty satisfied with the shading on this side. Maybe a little bit more up here, I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And I'm thinking I want to make like this area down here a little bit darker as well. Just like a little bit thicker. Same with down here. Oh, I keep hitting my phone with my head because I'm leaning over so much. Well, I'm pretty satisfied. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this drawing right here. I'm going to go ahead and save it real quick, I do think. And I'm just going to call it a detailed Legman. And I'm going to go and export it as well. .png, hell yeah. And there we go. So, I think that's the drawing, y'all. I think that's the drawing. Well, I will admit it took me a little bit longer to draw this guy than I thought it was, but I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied with how this drawing turned out. I like it, that is for sure. And yeah, I really do have no complaints on my behalf. I'm liking using my new drawing tablet so far. I'm really liking practicing drawing on a little bit of a different medium than what I'm normally used to, which is literally just pen and paper, as that's my favorite medium. That's what I prefer to use most of the time, I definitely have to say. But it's really fun to use a different medium and one that is both very similar yet very different to pen and paper. And you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want on digital media. I just choose to do the exact same thing that I do on paper on digital media as well. Let me know in the comments down below, though. What do you guys think of this drawing? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?